Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Center. Good morning. Thank you. We'll do it again. Good morning, everybody. That's good. I should always wait for a response. Thank you. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Visalia on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Aunt's Day, Grandma's Day, Pet Helper Day, whatever your mothering is. Welcome, and we're so glad you're here. So I think almost everybody except our cooks are settled. So let's go to Reverend Donna to pray us in.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Mother's Day. Let us turn within in prayer and just give thanks for this time together this morning, anchored in knowing that it is the gift of God that is emanating through and as in each and every one of us this morning, setting the tone for a beautiful service this morning. We know it is anchored in compassion and great joy. I let it be, and so it is. And now, let us enjoy our opening song right here, right now.
Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make this change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, where I am.
Woohoo! Thank you, Ben. We have Donna W. filling in today, and Joey filling in today, and Phil and Kevin. So thank you for our great band. And you notice that some of us are wearing hats today. Today is Mad Hatter Mother's Day, Bunko Day. Lots of things going on. So let's, do I want to say this first? No. Yes. So during our SOM chat this morning, we talked about this quote: "The best therapist has fur and 4 legs." We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go to our slides. So today is Mother's Day, Mad Hatter Bunko. Maria brought all her wonderful hats, so if you want to wear a hat, you're welcome to get one on the back table. It's today, right after service. Debbie's made wonderful food for us. We're going to play Bunko, and Donna Kay brought, you can't see it there, but this wonderful bow on a present for the winner of Bunko. I've never played it. I'm going to learn how to play it, and it's supposed to be great fun. And it'll be just a little fundraiser for our center. The Sin and Non-Fix is a documentary that several people who are part of us are in, and we're going to be watching it at the Kinshu's house on Friday, May 24th, 6:30, $15 donation, and bring snacks. Last time we had a movie night at our house. It was great fun, great food, great talking, and we're going to have several of the people who lived up in Synanon at the meeting. So Buddy's going to be there. You gotta come up here. Sorry, Steve wants to intervene here, and he doesn't remember he has to be on the mic. Hold on a second.
So just to warn you, it's actually an HBO series. It's 4 1-hour long segments. So we haven't discussed this. I'm not sure how we're going to handle that. We'll watch the first 2, and maybe that means we do a second one on this series. So that works.
Great, thank you. So there's 4 1-hour series of it. We're going to watch the first 2 for 2 hours. Buddy and Doug Hurt and Phil Burdett, Doug and Phil got their lawyers past the bar while they were up at Synanon. They trained and passed the bar while they were up there. So we're going to have them here at the Kinshu house, and we'll have a great discussion afterwards. So I hope you'll want to come to that. It'll be great. Yeah, there is a sign up on the back table. Now, so things coming up. So the fundraising committee is working hard. So save this date, Friday, June 21st. Music, history, tributes, food, Juneteenth. We're going to celebrate Juneteenth. Last year we did one. We had a gospel singer that was taking the roof off the house. I think Hope is going to sing this time, and we're going to have other things going on, I hope, from our diversity committee. So that will be Friday, 21st. Put it in your phones and your calendars to come and be part of that. And before we go to the last announcement, we need a drum roll. Whoops. You can't see, Donna's in the way, but that was Joey doing a drum roll. So here's where the quote comes in. The best therapist has fur and 4 legs. Remember our baby contest last year? I didn't get any big, huge response out of that. It was great fun. Down in the lower left corner, you can see Gigi, who was our winner last year. So the whole thing is we have fun activities to raise money for the center, and we celebrate our babies. Last year we had no babies. They were all fur babies, but Lumina might have some actual children, real children, not furry children, to add to the list this year. We'll do it in June through August. We'll see who's the winner, and if you notice our newsletter, the winner is at the top of our newsletter every month. So we'll see who that is this year. There's rules and sign up on the back table, and we're going to start in June with a food activity. But you can do all kinds of things. Last year we had a dog demonstration of I can't remember, she had a certain word for that. But you can do whatever you want. Involve us, involve other people you know, and we're going to have fun with this and raise money. And we always have dogs here anyway, so we might as well add them to it. So now I'm going to ask Bonnie to come up to read our diversity quote. Oh, now that I'm on camera, here's the prize for Bunko.
Like what you said, no furry, maybe no furry children. Okay, hello. But children. Okay, I want you guys to remind me today if I start to do strange things with the mic, just kind of give me like this, and then I'll know that I need to adjust the mic. Okay. It is my challenge today to talk about the diversity and inclusivity quote, and this one is a little bit more. When I saw it, it was something by Michael Beckwith, and I looked at it and I said, whoa, I know just the quote I want. In fact, I have it in my phone. It's one of my favorite quotes. So go ahead and put it on up if you would. And, oh, Donna did a wonderful job with that. At first it was a little bit fuzzy. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Albert Einstein. Now, first of all, I mean, look at that face. Can you imagine a cuter face in the world? I mean, look at that. In addition to being a first-class physicist, I think he must have been a wonderful salesman. Who could look at that face and not just believe anything that came out of it, right? He could probably sell hair oil to a duck, right? Okay, I mean, really. Okay, so you want to believe anything and everything he says anyway. But when he says, match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality, what is he talking about? Because it's the seed of our belief system. What is that? It's called the law of attraction. It's called the law of attraction. And guess what? Guess who are powerful creators? We are. We are. We are powerful creators. In fact, look at your lives. Do you like what you have in your lives? Or maybe not so much. Well, you created it. You created it. Okay? Really. Now, if you like what is in your lives, excellent. Please keep the quote up. If you like what's in your life, excellent. If you don't, guess what? You can change it. You can change it. You can do what that says. Match the frequency of the reality you want. How do you do it? Well, the good thing is we have this great bookstore now, and we always have had Amazon, etc. And there are only about 1,000 books on the law of attraction out there. So, and I've just been reading one because this quote inspired me. I know of a couple of great books on the law of attraction. This is the ticket. If you want to change something in your life, or you want to change your entire life, we are powerful creators. And that's part of the reason why we are here, to be reminded of it constantly. And we have to be. Otherwise, we say, well, what are you going to do? Let's face reality. Guess what? You face your feelings and your thoughts that are going constantly through you, and you realize that you are a magnet for what comes to you. As soon as you realize that, things can turn around. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I really love this quote for this morning. And the affirmation today is I live from my values in ways that enhance my life and the world around me. If you'd like to repeat it with me, I live from my values in ways that enhance my life and the world around me. So now let's take some time to turn within in prayer into our opening treatment, recognizing that right where we are is that divine presence, that it is love in action, that it is that unconditional love, it is compassion, it is joy, it is wisdom, it is right knowing. It is the goodness that is God, and it expresses itself through in and as each and every one of us, for we are all one in God. And that as I recognize in this moment, there's an infinite joy that comes forth from this service together, that we recognize the love of our mothers, our mother figures, the divine feminine within all of us. And we recognize and know that right here, right where we are, is that divine expressing itself through our service, giving thanks for our music, for Donna W., and for our musicians, and for Donna O. this morning, and for all who were not here present in form, but are present in consciousness. May we hold those who are not at our service today for health reasons in prayer, and recognizing and knowing they're doing exactly what they're called to do, to heal and to be the wholeness that they are in divine timing. Grateful for all the good that is unfolding this morning, anchored in love, anchored in peace, anchored in great beauty. I see that all around, through, and as us this morning. And as I recognize and know this truth, I release my word into the law, knowing this service is blessed, it is done, and so it is. Now may we enjoy our congregational song, singing together, I Send My Love.
I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love over the mountains, and it returns to me.
What a beautiful morning so far. And I want to once again wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. On your chair should have been a red heart, uh, a chocolate candy with a Mother's Day wrapper, and an affirmation. Um, we wanted to acknowledge everyone who came to our service this morning with a little treat and a reminder of the unconditional love that we all are. So please enjoy the gifts this morning, recognizing the gift truly is you who have come through our doors this morning to celebrate and to honor the divine feminine in all of us on this beautiful Sunday morning. We know there are many other plans that might be going on through the rest of the day. I know there's bunko after the service and maybe other celebrations with your own family. So we did want to acknowledge and express our gratitude for you being here today, and to have a keepsake to take home to remind you of the love that you are. And I find it interesting that the talk title for today is the value-led life. When I think of the divine feminine, and I love to talk on Mother's Day and Father's Day and some of these special days, because they are reminders for us in a moment, just a snapshot of the divine essence that we know and recognize as the divine feminine or the divine masculine. And while it doesn't have a gender, it has an essence. And in the divine feminine, we talk about that nurturing aspect of who we are. Dennis Merritt Jones, who was one of my favorite New Thought authors and a religious science minister, wrote a blog called The Metaphysics of Mom. And I'm just going to share the first paragraph because I really feel that it speaks to our talk this morning. He says, while we know that in truth, God is indeed everywhere because God is omnipresence, I have always appreciated the folk wisdom and metaphors quoted above because it depicts the ineffable character of the divine feminine, which is omnipresent, nurturing, and sustaining all living things while excluding none. In The Science of Mind, Dr. Ernest Holmes refers to the feminine principle as the universal womb of nature. Because it is an omnipresent principle operating through all living things, it knows how to unconditionally nurture and grow to fruition whatever falls into its embrace. For this reason, I believe another term for the divine feminine could be unconditional love. In other words, God as the divine feminine is unconditional love. And again, that is one of the reasons we chose a heart to gift everyone, to remind us of that unconditional love that we are. And when we are anchored in that essence of love and that essence of presence of the divine, we are inviting ourselves to take a look at our values. And by values, I mean a value is something that's important in our life. Are we showing up as that which we feel is important? Not doing, I'll talk a little bit more about the action steps, but the beingness. Just like the quote from Albert Einstein, I really loved what Bonnie said after she talked about the quote about, are we showing up as this energy in action? Is the frequency of how we're showing up really how we want to see life, how we want to embrace life? Because the joy of metaphysics and the joy of science of mind is we can change our mind. If what we're seeing in our outer world, which is a reflection of our inner world, we can take a look to go within and see what it is maybe we want to shift and change, and allow that nurturing from within us to be embraced, to step out into our world in a different way. We may be celebrating moms today or our mother figures in our lives. And as a reminder, it's that essence of who, and not the specific person necessarily, because sometimes our moms aren't in our life or we have experiences that are not exactly positive, but there was someone in our life that showed up as that mother figure that nurtured us, that cared about us, that encouraged us. And when we think of that womb of giving birth to something new, we may think of it as a baby, but it's also ideas. that the law that we speak of is like that womb. It holds the truth for us, and it always acts on the thought. It doesn't decipher or decide or make changes. It takes what it is and it allows it to be birthed, to grow, and to evolve. And for us in our world, those ideas that we have, that maybe there's something more we want to do in our world, we're allowing that nurturing place in the darkness to grow and to evolve and to flourish as it breaks through into life and expresses in outer form. That divine feminine within us allows us that space to percolate, as I call, to let it bubble up. Whatever those ideas are, whatever it is we want to express in life is present there to come forth in divine timing. And I think that's the hard part for many of us, including myself. Is I want patience, and I think I have patience, but I want it done yesterday because I'm all excited. But sometimes it takes time for things to grow and to evolve and to show up the way we would like. And sometimes we make course corrections. We may start down one path and realize that's not our path, and we're being gently guided to something new that is for us. You know, Karen Drucker said in her song, I send out my love, I send out peace. Are we sending out love? What is the frequency? What is the vibration that we are sending things out in our thoughts? Is it worry or anxiety? Ooh, I wonder how that's going to go. Or instead of, you know what? It's all unfolding in divine timing. It's all unfolding in light and love and joy. There's affirmations that we can share and to remind ourselves or to talk to ourselves or to journal on. It's that gift of who we are. So if we think about that divine idea that's wanting to have its way today, that's a gift to take a look at. We're heading into summer, which is our busy time for many of us. And if you think about the values that maybe were instilled upon us when we were growing up, sometimes they continue to resonate with us and sometimes they don't. And we want to make a different choice. And maybe we want to let go of something that's no longer serving us and step into something greater yet to be. I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about, we met at the Science of Mind Church, oh goodness, close to 30 years ago, and we've become really good, close friends. And her mom is a religious science minister and one of my mentors. And we were talking about how life shifts and changes over the years and what it feels like to have a new beginning and what it feels like to be moms. My daughter will be 28 in a few weeks, and her son is 15, and it's just so much fun to talk about how it was to become moms and what it felt like to know each other, because I met my friend about 6 months after I had my daughter. And it was just a gift to see how we've been in each other's lives all these years and to celebrate the things, the ups and the downs, the challenges we've had and all the things in between, and to realize that's all life that's growing and evolving around us. And what a joy it is to be that example. Rumi says, let the beauty of what you love be what you do. Do we know what we love? How are we choosing to show up in this moment? What is it that's calling itself forth from within us today and every day? How can we bring joy to somebody else's life? I know I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Smiling at that stranger may make their day. It might make yours. It might shift their day. It might shift yours. You have no way of knowing. And what a gift it is to be that love and expression. When we come from that place of the divine and truly see with a single eye, with that eye of the divine, and live from those choices, from those beliefs, our life unfolds in magnificent ways. Carolyn May says, seeing life symbolically means looking for a deeper meaning in any event. Do we do that? Do we take a look at what a deeper meaning to something might be? Do we take the time in our spiritual practice, maybe to pick up a quote and chew on it and really think about it? I know in the Abundance book with John Randolph Price, we're invited to do that every day with one of the statements of principles and to read it and to meditate on it for 15 minutes and to do prayer work around it and to really embody it. What if we were to take an affirmation a day or a favorite quote, maybe the inclusivity quote we speak every Sunday, and spend the rest of that week meditating on it? Put it on your fridge, take a picture of it so you have it on your phone. I have a friend that writes them on index cards so he can keep it in his pocket. He actually writes all of his prayer requests on an index card so that throughout the day, when he goes to prayer, he pulls out his index card and he can go over his prayer list and go to prayer for everyone he's praying for. What if we were to take an index card and write down a quote that we love or a quote we're not sure we understand and contemplate it for the week? And if we are invited or so inclined to journal on it, journal our thoughts, get it out of our head to really see what it is that we are feeling called to live and how we're feeling called to live in life. Reverend Greta talked about prayer last week. Prayer is a powerful way to commune with the divine and to have that invitation to really live from our beliefs, not decide what we believe as we see the outside world and what's going on in the outside world and deciding what it is we want to believe. Really anchor into what it is that we believe in this moment. What is it that we feel called to show up as? Is it love or is it joy, enthusiasm? Uh, a cook wanting to nourish bodies. Yesterday, I had a few friends over and we talked about spiritual nourishment, but we were focusing on books that were nourishing to us. And yes, the Abundance book was one of the books that I chose, and I gifted everyone there a copy because I really loved what it teaches, not just on prosperity, but on abundance of all things, friends, family, life, enjoyable experiences, whatever it is you're feeling called to and enjoy an abundance of. And prosperity is definitely involved in that, financial consciousness. But I'm thinking about Debbie and the physical nourishment she provides us with the gift of her Brazilian food. I'm thinking about the songs we listen to, or we are blessed to hear others sing so beautifully that call to our heart. And that nourishes us emotionally and spiritually. Some people come to church for music. Some people come for the words. Some people come because they want to be around others of like minds. And for many of us, it's a combination, but it all works together as one. It's that beauty coming through it of the unconditional love. And to recognize and know that truth of who we are. We may try and figure out who I'm going to be when I grow up, and we might move jobs, we might move occupations, and yet I really truly know everything we do in life is building upon itself. It's building upon itself to evolve and to be that loving expression of who we are. The one thing I've learned through all the different jobs I've had out there physically over my lifetime in the last 5 decades, everything had a stream through it. They were in different worlds: Disneyland, catering, in a hotel, administrative assistant in a nonprofit and a church, 2 different nonprofits, 3 different churches actually, over the years. My work in hospice, my work in ministry, in pastoral care. What I've come to realize as I've just kind of spent some time contemplating and reflecting on it, I brought me to all of those physical positions, my presence. And there was a gift in all of that. It was, yes, learning different things that I've learned along the way on how to interact. But I brought my consciousness to all of those positions and to all those amazing people I've been blessed to work with and for over these years. So if we take a look at everything we've done, it builds upon each other. I've shared many times my time at Disney in custodial taught me the importance of humbleness. It taught me the importance of service. It taught me the importance of that everybody makes a difference. No matter what we are doing in our world, we make a difference. And we have a power and a control over how we choose to show up. Are we going to stay in that place of, oh, they did me wrong? Or are we going to stay in a place of, thank you for that lesson. I'm ready to let it go and step into something new. It's a gift. And yes, we're going to have moments where we feel off kilter, or we're not feeling we're on our game, or we're having an anger moment or frustration or anxious moment. We go, where'd that come from? What happened? Maybe something was pushing up against our core values and we didn't realize it until we look back and went, oh, that was bothering me that was said, and I didn't know how to respond in that moment. So I responded by retreating, or I responded by saying something unkind that isn't like me. And that's the invitation for forgiveness and self-forgiveness, and to maybe realign with the truth of who we are and realign with how we're feeling in that moment. Recently, I read the 15 Commitments of Conscious Leadership, and I've read it before, but it's a book about values. It's a book about how to step into conscious leadership, and it's a fabulous book. And there were a couple of things they talked about in the book. One was no gossiping, not talking negatively about other people, and standing for something, which Ernest Holmes talked quite a bit about. It's to stand for something and against nothing. So when we're standing for something and we're staying in that truth of who we are, meaning with a capital T, that divine, most likely we're aligning with our principles, we're aligning with our values. And if any time we're feeling that something's pushing up against our core value, that's an invitation for us to take a step back and take a look and say, okay, this isn't quite what I was expecting. My communication isn't clearly the way I wish it was. Whatever the situation may be, that gives us an invitation to come back to center. And remember that divine feminine principle of the nurturing. It's that womb of nature. It's what's coming forth from within me. Maybe there's something that is wanting to come forth that I didn't realize that is I'm starting to hear in my meditation time. You know, we're called the Center for Spiritual Living. And I would capitalize the word spiritual because we're the center for spiritual living, where we come anchored in our spiritual life, in that spiritual nourishment. And from that anchor, we can step into that amazing life that we have. That's why we're here. We were brought into this world for a purpose. We don't always know what it is. And that purpose may continue to evolve, and we may have more than one purpose. And that's okay too. But when we can identify what that purpose is, we can step into it. When we can learn who we are, we have that invitation to step into purpose. Ernest Holmes says about love, the essence of love, while elusive, pervades everything, fires the heart, stimulates the emotions, renews the soul, and proclaims the spirit with a capital S. Only love knows love, and love knows only love. Words cannot express its depths or meaning. How many times do we not know the words to express love to someone? I might have shared the rose ceremony. It's a ceremony that can be done at a renewal or recommitment ceremony, a wedding, or for any time a couple would like to have that moment to express their love for one another. And in the rose ceremony, what you're invited to do is find a place in your home that you will agree is you will place a red rose. If you're having a difficulty and you can't find the words in your relationship, or in your and you're finding yourselves kind of doing one of these things and you're not really able to express your feelings, but you have love for that person, and you want to remind them that yes, you may not be agreeing right now, you might be in a difficult, challenging time, but if you will to take a red rose and place it there, it will remind the other person of the commitment that you've made to this love and this life together. And sometimes that, just by placing that rose in that place that you set aside in your home, can shift consciousness, soften hearts a little bit more to be able to have those difficult conversations and those loving conversations. Sometimes difficult conversations are hard, but they're always anchored in love. And that's what I think of as a value. I'm anchored into something. I'm anchored into love. One of my core values is love. One of my core values is compassion. One of my core values is integrity and commitment. And there are times where I don't stay in alignment with those. That's my human side. The spiritual side will gently bring it back into alignment if I allow it to, but that's where the spiritual work comes from. And I believe that's one of the reasons our principles and our beliefs, what we believe, all of the core principles, everything that we teach basic is that God is all there is. Even in the midst of challenges, even in the midst of great joy, even in the midst of uncertainty or transition, love is there. God is there. It's the other reason why I love that there are so many other words for God than God. Some of us don't resonate with God. Some of us might resonate with the divine feminine or the divine masculine or the Father, Mother, God, or infinite love and consciousness and beauty and intelligence and wisdom and so many more words. But today I want to focus on the love that we are and the sweetness. It's chocolate on your chair because it's to remind us of the sweetness of life. It's to remind each and every one of us that we bring a sweetness to each other's relationships, to each other's lives. While I've only gotten to meet many of you once, I have great joy in knowing that there is a connection there, and it's sweet, and it's loving, and it's filled with joy and compassion. And we take that presence out into our world to show up as who we are. I'm going to ask us, are we showing up in love? Are we showing up as our core values? And if we're not, this is the invitation to maybe rediscover who you are, reconnect with the divine love within you. May you reach out to those in your life who have been that divine feminine for you, who encouraged you, who anchored you in love, who reminded you of your truth when you couldn't see it for yourself, who maybe gave you a gentle nudge. It's like, is this truly what you believe? That's the other thing my friend does is she'll call me on the carpet any moment she feels I'm off principle, because remember, she grew up in this faith. Her mom was a religious science minister, and she'll be like, I'm not sure you wanted to word it that way. Why I'm inviting you to take a look at that. Not so sure that's truly what you meant. So she's there for me in the happy times. She's there for me in the difficult times. And she calls me to the floor when I need to maybe relook at something and go, you're right. That's my human side showing up again. I want to be anchored in love. Thank you for this invitation to look at this differently. And then I can change my self-talk, or maybe I even change the direction where I've been going in life. And I love that. And I'm grateful for that. She's the friend in the good times and the hard times. In a way, she's a mother-like figure for me. Her mom was. Her mom made her transition 10 years ago. And her mom was a mentor to me, and she was like a second mom. And oftentimes she'd go to prayer for me when I couldn't see what it is that I wanted prayer for. She'd just go to prayer for the highest and best good. And through that, I might see things a little differently and course correct. So I'm going to invite us to truly figure out how we want to show up in our life. Go to prayer, utilize your spiritual practices, call a friend, text a friend, ask for prayer. Put on a favorite song or music, whatever it is you're feeling called to do today. But be the love who you are, no matter what is happening around you. Your fur babies, your animal companions, they are often the best therapists. They're always happy to see you. They love you as you love them. I am so grateful for this morning. I am so grateful to recognize that when we lead by our values, an amazing life unfolds and shows up for us to walk through that door with a resounding yes to life. And enjoy who we are. Enjoy that unconditional love as we go to prayer. Because I recognize and know that right here, right now, right where I am is that divine presence. It is that love, that light, that joy that we are in expression. I give thanks for all of the mother figures, my own mom, all who have made an impression in my life in a positive, nurturing, loving, compassionate way. My daughter, how I became a mother, is a joy to our world. I'm grateful that she chose me to come through to express what her gifts are in the world. Because I know the love and the light and all that each and every one of us are doing today are anchored in principle, anchored in love, anchored in that divine wisdom. As I give thanks for this truth, I release my word into the law, knowing we are all divinely connected by that thread that we call love. As I release my word into the law, it is done. I let it be, and so it is. Thank you so much. Now may we enjoy our next song, the receiving chant.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it is mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. It serves my highest good, then it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Anything I need, it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine. Anything I want, it is mine.
Thank you so much for that beautiful song. And it is now time for our offering. If you would like to take your offering and bless it yourself as we say our affirmation together. Giving thanks for my abundance, I bless this gift, knowing it does God's work in the world. Thank you, life, for my good. And please remember there's many ways to donate if you feel called to share of your treasure. It is through our website. You can mail it to the office. You can bring it by. You can give it on Sunday. And we thank you very much. We bless these gifts, blessing the giver and the receiver. We recognize and know that the abundance is the truth of our center is God in action. Recognizing and knowing that each gift that has been given blesses the world, blesses each and every one who it is touched by it, because money is God in action. Grateful for knowing and realizing and giving thanks for this divine truth. I bless these gifts, and so it is. It's now time for our peace song. I love the peace song. And I love all the hats that I'm seeing out there. I tried to get a hat, I wasn't able to. And that's okay. I get to see all of your beautiful hats. How fun!
Now there is peace on earth. I know it begins with me. Now there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, united all are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every breath I take, this is my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace. Now there is peace on earth, and it has begun with me.
Before we say our benediction, I wanted to thank Sima. She was the one that put together all of the wrappers on the candy with the affirmations, since I'm so far away. And I don't know who put them on the chairs, but I'm a huge thank you to whomever did that. We work as a team, and I'm grateful for the love that we show each other. Now it's time for our benediction before we go and enjoy our day. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Now life is in my body. Life is in my mind. And life is in all of my affairs. I think it. I feel it. And I love it. Just the way that it is. And just the way that it is not. Thank you, life. Have a blessed Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. May you enjoy bunko and the yummy food and your families, whatever you're called to do through the rest of this day. And I look forward to next Sunday. Have a blessed day. My love to you.